Here we go.
Yeah, you got Jim and Matt here.
How's it sound now?
Yeah, coming at you in stereo.
We bought these little mics at the behest of many comments.
Yeah, a few odd comments here and there saying that.
It wasn't that we didn't. We had to wait for them to be made and shipped. But our patrons made this possible because you.
But yeah, we'd like to thank the patrons for their generous donations, and
yes, we got these
hopefully
mics.
We can keep making little upgrades to the channel so that it it won't turn into like production TV. But
can you hear us now?
It'll be something you can actually see and hear.
Well, that's the plan. When you put these on, it just changes the dynamic a bit, just because it seems pretty
dorky.
That's one word for it, for sure.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. At least you can hear what we're saying, whether that's worth something or not. I don't know.
Yeah. You might say it was better before.
Perhaps, yeah. We'll go to a full silent film type. Yeah, just music.
But no, we got an excellent episode today.
Yeah, today's something a little bit interesting. When you have an old vehicle with antique paint, sometimes it ain't worth painting them.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of cars that don't. You're never gonna get your money back.
And it's just there's so much character in old paint, There really is, if it's decent. So we've got that 46 Chevy grain truck that's completely chalked out old enamel, and we'll just kind of show you how we go about polishing up a straight enamel job. But anyway, thanks for watching. Keep watching. Tell your friends.
Yeah.
And let's go polish up some paint. If you can see, this paint is all, it was probably painted in the 1950s or 60s, and it's all chalked out, so we're going to give it the one over buff.
Spit shine there.
We'll get her back to
green.
Back to green, so just want to do a little before of the truck.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
Yeah, she's pretty tough old paint.
Chalked out, turned to nothing, kind of gray colored. Wonder if we can save it. Come on and have a look at this poor paint. Look at this thing. Just like chalk.
Oh yeah, it is.
I don't know if it can be saved. Well, I guess some of that old paint can come back a little bit, hey?
Yeah, there's a little bit of something left there.
Looks like it might show okay, huh?
Well,
there it is. All right, well, let's see here. We're getting the old soapbox.
Yeah, stand on your soapbox.
Yeah, no, I'll just say how we do this. Now, to save paint like this, because it's so bad, there's so many different kinds of paint. Each one requires a different set of circumstances, I guess. Wet sanding or how you're going to go about it. But this truck is straight enamel. This truck was probably painted in the late 50s or early 60s, and straight enamel does this. It turns white in the sun. There's the pigments get all burned up, and sometimes you can save it, sometimes you can't, depending on the color. But with something like this, you can get a really beautiful shine out of it without wet sanding or anything. So how I do paint like this is just a foam pad on a buffer with a medium cutting grit, and it's not a super gloss show car kind of zero scratches finish, because it's not.
Well, yeah,
it's not very good anyways, so this kind of stuff will be there, but as you can see,
it's not going to take wrinkles out.
Yeah, but there's no wet sanding to be done, because it's just these dead pigments on top that have to be removed. You can wet sand it, but like a fine cutting polish and a buffer wheel should work. We'll try it. I'll show you. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Get suited up here. All right.
Yeah, Matt's all suited up here.
Suited up. We've got this, it's just kind of a fine cut. It's got a bit of cutting, like a medium grit on this little applicator pad. So we'll just show you what it looks like on the hood here. I'm just going to put some of this polish on. As you can see, it's already cleaning. Look at that.
Well, working its magic.
You could do this by hand too. A lot of guys like to fart around by hand, but man, it's so fast with a polisher. You don't.
Yeah, let the machine do the work.
Let the machine do the work, right? So there it is. Got some polish on it. Got a medium buffing wheel here, and I set it to whatever speed it's set at. And then I just kind of go in there and have a look at that. All we're doing is cleaning off the dead surface. Look at that. It's $1 million.
Yeah, it doesn't take much for it to come back.
Not with this particular paint. Like I said, every one is a little bit different. As you can see. Another thing to remember when you're using a power polisher is polish off an edge all the time. So if And a lot of times if we were wet sanding and doing like this, isn't the best example for how to do this on a super fine paint job. But you know, when the wheel say turns clockwise, right? So always turn off an edge, because if you turn onto an edge, you'll burn the paint off the edge of the paint. So something just to consider. So anyway, yeah, you can see that it's back. I'm gonna get a little squirt bottle full of water and give it a little squirt. But yeah, I mean that's all it takes, right? A little bit of heat in the panel, paint comes right back. Beautiful. For this application, this drain chuck will be sweet. This
Yeah.
paint is
And
65
you can
years
see the
old.
paint wasn't even all that great
No,
when
no,
it went on. So,
but it gives it a nice gloss. The little bit
oh,
of
just to
cut,
bring the color back.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then the fine in the just takes
Yeah, the
just the
dead paint off,
stickiness
and
off.
yeah.
Yeah, and then once this is all done and polished like this, we'll give it a wax, and it'll last for years. The sun kills it though. It doesn't have any UV protection. That's the downfall of straight enamel.
Ah,
But you can bring it back.
yeah.
And so there's catch 22, right? So okay, well we'll just
Perfect.
polish her up.
Yeah, yeah. Polish away.
There's your short right there.